Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that the way you cook eggs can make all the difference between a nutritious meal and a potential health hazard? It might seem like such a simple thing, but the truth is that overcooking, mishandling, or even storing your eggs improperly can set you up for unnecessary health risks. Make no mistake, eggs are packed with essential nutrients, but when prepared or stored the wrong way, you're not getting the full benefits. And you might even be doing more harm than good. Stick with me as we dive into the most common mistakes people make with eggs and how to avoid them so you can make the most of this powerful food in your diet. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Number 1, overcooking eggs. One of the most common yet overlooked mistakes people make in the kitchen is overcooking their eggs. It seems so simple, right? Just crack an egg into the pan and it's ready in a matter of minutes. But make no mistake, how you cook those eggs makes all the difference in the world, not just for taste, but for your health. Eggs are a powerhouse of nutrition. They're packed with high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins that are crucial for our overall well-being. But when we cook them at excessively high temperatures, we risk completely altering their composition, stripping them of their benefits. Overcooking eggs, whether it's frying them until they're crispy and burnt around the edges, boiling them so long that the yolk turns and off, putting grayish-green, or scrambling them over high heat leads to oxidation. And this isn't just a technical term. Oxidized cholesterol is a serious concern. It's been linked to inflammation, which we all know is a silent contributor to many chronic diseases, including heart disease. The truth is that the simple act of overcooking your eggs can cause them to form harmful compounds that your body simply doesn't need. And if you've ever boiled eggs too long and noticed that nasty sulfuric smell wafting through your kitchen, you've witnessed this firsthand. It's a sign that the sulfur in the egg whites has reacted with the iron in the yolk, creating a compound called iron sulfide. Doesn't make the eggs poisonous, but it's a surefire indication that the nutrients have been compromised during the cooking process. And here's where the reality hits hard. Eating overcooked eggs regularly silently contributes to long-term health problems. For seniors who are already more vulnerable to conditions like inflammation, this can become even more concerning. I think of my good friend Frank. 76, he'd been eating eggs every single day for breakfast, always frying them to that crispy golden brown perfection. He was convinced that the crispy edges made them taste better. But after some time, he began feeling sluggish, battling constant digestive discomfort and more frequent heartburn that he just couldn't shake. When he learned about the dangers of oxidized cholesterol, he decided to make a change. Frank switched to cooking his eggs over lower heat, soft scrambling them instead of over frying. It didn't take long, just a few weeks, and he noticed a remarkable difference. His bloating reduced, his energy levels soared, and he felt more vibrant throughout the day. But let's dive deeper. Overcooking eggs doesn't just affect taste or cause digestive issues, it also strips them of some of their most precious nutrients. Eggs are a rich source of vitamin B12 folate, and powerful antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are vital for maintaining healthy brain function and vision. But when you expose these eggs to high heat for too long, those nutrients are destroyed, leaving you with far less nutritional benefit. Think about that. You could be eating eggs every day, thinking you're doing your body a favor, but if they're overcooked, you're missing out on all the incredible benefits they offer. If you're relying on eggs as a major source of nutrition, whether it's for brain health, energy, or just the basics, you need to be just as mindful of how you cook them as you are of actually eating them. The good news, though, is that you don't have to stop eating eggs to protect your health. It's all about being mindful of how you prepare them. Cooking eggs at a lower temperature is key Whether you're lightly boiling, poaching, or soft scrambling your eggs, these methods help preserve their nutrients and minimize oxidation. There's no need to sacrifice your health to enjoy eggs. If you prefer frying your eggs, just be sure to do it gently, over lower heat, and avoid letting them get too brown or crispy. Small changes like this can make all the difference. It's simple, but it's effective. By tweaking the way you prepare your eggs, you ensure you're getting the full benefit of this incredibly nutritious food without exposing yourself to unnecessary health risks. So, next time you crack an egg, remember Frank's story and think about the positive impact you can have on your long-term health simply by cooking with a little more care. The small changes we make today can have an enormous impact on how we feel tomorrow, and I can't think of a better reason to treat our food with the respect it deserves. Number 2, eating raw or undercooked eggs. Many people believe that eating raw or undercooked eggs is a quick and easy way to maximize the nutritional benefits of this incredible food. Eggs are indeed packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals that our bodies need. However, what many don't realize is that consuming raw eggs can expose you to serious health risks that can sometimes be life-threatening. While you might think that raw eggs are perfectly safe or even healthier, they can be a silent danger lurking in your diet. Make no mistake, eating raw eggs comes with the potential for bacterial contamination, specifically salmonella, a bacteria that can cause severe food poisoning. Salmonella infections are nothing to take lightly. While eggs are indeed a nutrient-dense food, when consumed raw, they can bring a whole new set of problems to your health. This is especially concerning for seniors whose immune systems weaken with age. A young person might experience mild symptoms, but for an older adult, a salmonella infection could quickly turn into a dangerous, even life-threatening situation. The symptoms of a salmonella infection can be devastating: fever, stomach cramps, diarrhea, and even dehydration, which can all rapidly lead to more serious complications, especially for those who are already vulnerable. Have you ever enjoyed homemade mayonnaise, runny eggs, or raw cookie dough, thinking it was a harmless treat? You may have unknowingly exposed yourself to harmful bacteria. And while salmonella contamination is relatively rare, it's far from impossible. The truth is, even eggs that seem clean and fresh can harbor bacteria if they've been mishandled or improperly stored. This is an issue that's often overlooked, but it's something we cannot afford to ignore, especially as we get older. Consider the case of Nancy, a 68-year-old woman who had a morning ritual of drinking a raw egg smoothie. She'd been doing this for years, believing that it was the most efficient way to get all the nutrients that eggs offer. But one day, something went wrong. Nancy began to feel severe stomach pain, and nausea took over her body. The pain persisted for days until she finally went to the doctor. That's when she learned that she had contracted salmonella poisoning from the very raw eggs she'd trusted for so long. It was a wake-up call for her, a painful lesson that made her realize just how risky her habits had been. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. Since switching to fully cooked eggs, Nancy has never had another incident, and she's continued to enjoy all the nutritional benefits of eggs without the terrifying risk. That simple change made all the difference. It's a story I share because it highlights how even the best intentions can lead to health risks if we're not careful. But the dangers of raw eggs don't stop with salmonella. There's another reason you should avoid eating them raw. They contain a compound called avidin, which binds to biotin, an essential B vitamin that supports everything from metabolism and nerve function to healthy skin and hair. When eggs are eaten raw, avidin prevents your body from absorbing biotin properly. Over time, this can lead to biotin deficiencies, leaving you more vulnerable to skin problems, fatigue, and even nerve damage. It's a silent deficiency that can slowly rob you of your health without you even knowing it. When you cook eggs, the heat deactivates avidin, allowing your body to absorb the full spectrum of nutrients tips provide. Some people argue that raw eggs are safe as long as they come from organic or free-range sources. But let's be clear, any egg, regardless of where it comes from, can carry bacteria if it's not properly handled or stored. The safest route is to always ensure that your eggs are fully cooked. The peace of mind that comes from knowing your eggs are safe to eat is invaluable, and it's a small change that can have a huge impact on your health. In conclusion, don't risk it. The potential benefits of raw eggs just aren't worth the dangers. By switching to cooked eggs, you can enjoy all the nutritional benefits without the fear of contamination or deficiencies. Cooking your eggs may take just a little more time, but your health is worth it. Number 3, storing cooked eggs improperly. How many times have you made a delicious batch of scrambled eggs only to leave them on the counter for hours, thinking you'd eat them later? If you're like most people, you probably never think twice about how you store your eggs after cooking. But here's the truth. Improper storage can quickly turn a perfectly good meal into a breeding ground for harmful bacteria. It's an easy mistake to make, but it's a mistake that can put your health at serious risk, especially for seniors. When eggs are left at room temperature for too long or stored incorrectly, they can quickly become unsafe to eat. Bacteria multiply rapidly in warm environments, and once eggs reach the danger zone of 40 to 140 F, harmful pathogens like Salmonella and E. coli can begin to grow in just a few short hours. This is especially concerning for older adults whose immune systems are naturally weaker with age. A foodborne illness that might seem like a minor inconvenience to a younger person could quickly escalate into a serious, even life-threatening condition for someone older. And I can't stress enough, this is something you need to be aware of. Think about it, if you've ever left a plate of scrambled eggs on the counter only to think it'll be fine and decided to eat them. Anyway, you might have unknowingly exposed yourself to harmful bacteria. The longer cooked eggs sit out at room temperature, the more likely they are to harbor dangerous bacteria. Even after just a couple of hours, those eggs could already be a source of contamination. While refrigerating cooked eggs can slow down bacterial growth, you still need to store them properly in an airtight container and eat them within a safe time frame. For example, hard-boiled eggs should be eaten within a week, while scrambled or fried eggs are best consumed within 3 to 4 days. These are simple guidelines that could save you from discomfort and even hospitalization down the road. Take Jerry, for instance. At 72, he liked to make a big batch of scrambled eggs at the beginning of the week to save time and energy. But Jerry had a habit of storing his eggs in a loosely covered container in the fridge. He'd grab a portion each morning thinking he was being efficient. But over time, he started experiencing stomach discomfort and nausea. The problems kept coming back, and it wasn't until he paid closer attention to his food storage habits that he made the connection. Once he switched to airtight containers and began making smaller batches to ensure fresher eggs, the digestive troubles went away. This simple change made all the difference in his daily comfort. Another issue that can occur with improperly stored eggs is cross-contamination. If cooked eggs are placed near raw meat, unwashed vegetables, or other contaminated foods, they can absorb harmful bacteria. Many people assume that once eggs have been cooked, they're safe. But that's not true. Once eggs cool down, they're just as vulnerable to bacterial contamination as any other perishable food. Don't let your guard down. Cross-contamination can happen faster than you think, and it only takes one slip up for you to put your health at risk. And let's not forget about reheating eggs, something that's often overlooked. How many times have you popped leftover eggs in the microwave, only to end up with rubbery, overcooked bites that taste nothing like when they were freshly made? Overheating eggs can destroy the nutrients they contain and create a tough, unappetizing texture. There's a better way to reheat them gently. Try reheating your eggs on the stove over low heat, adding a splash of water or broth to keep them from drying out. If you must use a microwave, heat them in short intervals, stirring occasionally to keep the texture as close to the original as possible. The bottom line, if you want to avoid foodborne illnesses and get the most out of your eggs, you must store them properly. Keep your eggs refrigerated and consume them within the recommended timeframes. How you handle food matters, especially as you age. Something as simple as storing your cooked eggs correctly can prevent digestive issues and help you stay healthy, avoiding unnecessary complications down the road. Your health deserves that extra care and attention. Number 4, using damaged or expired eggs. One of the easiest and most dangerous mistakes you can make when handling eggs is consuming ones that are cracked, expired, or improperly stored. It might seem harmless at first, especially when the eggs look perfectly fine on the outside. But make no mistake, an egg that's past its prime or has a small crack in its shell could be harboring harmful bacteria like salmonella, which can lead to severe food poisoning. For seniors, this is especially dangerous. As we age, our immune system naturally weakens, making it harder to fight off infections that younger individuals might be able to recover from easily. What might be a mild stomach upset for a younger person can quickly escalate into a serious health crisis for someone older. I know how easy it is to overlook whether eggs are still good after all. They're just eggs, right? But the reality is that relying solely on the printed expiration date on the carton isn't enough. You may think that the eggs you have in your fridge are perfectly fine, but the truth is they can spoil before the expiration date, or sometimes even last a little longer, depending on how they've been stored. That's why it's crucial to know how to check if your eggs are still fresh. A simple and effective way is to use a water test. Place an egg in a bowl of cold water. If the egg sinks and lays flat at the bottom, it's fresh and safe to eat. If it stands upright but doesn't float, it's still okay, but you should use it soon. But if the egg floats to the top, it's time to get rid of it. No questions asked. It's a quick, easy check that can save you from a foodborne illness that could knock you down. Take Susan's story, for example. At 74, she's always been careful about what she eats. She considers herself someone who takes care of herself, choosing her food with thoughtfulness. One morning, she cracked an egg into the frying pan and immediately noticed a strange smell. But being used to cooking eggs without much thought, she shrugged it off and cooked it anyway. That decision, though seemingly small, led to a miserable experience. Within hours, Susan started to feel nauseous, and soon after, she was doubled over with stomach cramps. After a visit to the doctor, she learned that she had food poisoning from that bad egg. From that day forward, she adopted the water test as a habit before cracking an egg open. And you know what? She never had another incident again. It's a small step that can make a world of difference, especially for someone as careful as Susan. Another factor that often gets overlooked is how eggs are handled before they even make it to your home. Have you ever wondered if the eggs you buy at the store were stored properly before they reach the shelves? The truth is, even before you bring them home, eggs could be exposed to fluctuating temperatures that cause condensation to form on the shells. This creates the perfect breeding ground for bacteria to grow. That's why it's so important to store your eggs in the coldest part of your fridge, not in the door where temperatures tend to fluctuate more. Small mistakes like this, when multiplied over time, can leave you exposed to unnecessary risks. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. And let's not forget about cracked eggs. Cracked eggs are a hidden danger. Even if the crack is tiny, it's enough to let harmful bacteria get inside. You might think an egg looks fine when you buy it, but one small hairline crack can lead to big problems. If you accidentally buy a cracked egg, it's always better to throw it away than take the chance. The same goes for eggs with an unusual odor or discoloration. These are clear signs that the egg has gone bad, and eating them is simply not worth the risk. In conclusion, storing eggs properly and checking their freshness is essential to your health. Taking a few extra minutes to check and store your eggs the right way can prevent you from putting yourself at risk. Don't let something as simple as improperly handled eggs compromise your health. After all, our health is our most precious asset, and it's worth every bit of extra care we can give it. Number 5, combining eggs with unhealthy cooking oils. One of the most common yet overlooked mistakes people make when preparing eggs is using the wrong type of cooking oil. It may seem like a minor detail, but make no mistake, the oil you choose to cook your eggs in can mean the difference between a health-boosting meal and one that contributes to inflammation and long-term health risks. While eggs themselves are rich in high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients, the oil you pair with them plays a crucial role in whether or not you're getting the most out of this nutritious food. Many people are unaware of just how much certain oils, particularly highly processed vegetable oils, break down at high temperatures, creating harmful compounds that can damage your body over time. If you've ever fried eggs in margarine, vegetable oil, or refined seed oils like soybean, corn, or canola oil, you may have unknowingly exposed yourself to trans fats and oxidized lipids. These unhealthy fats are linked to increased inflammation, heart disease, and even cognitive decline, especially in older adults. The truth is, these oils may seem harmless, but they're wreaking havoc inside your body, and you might not even realize it until it's too late. Unlike natural fats, such as butter and olive oil, which the body can process efficiently, trans fats interfere with normal cellular function. This results in long-term damage to your body, damage that can be hard to undo once it starts accumulating. Seniors in particular should be extra cautious about their fat intake, as chronic inflammation is linked to a variety of age-related diseases, including arthritis, cardiovascular conditions, and even certain neurodegenerative diseases. The reality is that as we age, we have to be more intentional with what we put in our bodies. What you cook your food in matters more than you think. Take James, for instance, a 78-year-old man who had been cooking his eggs in vegetable oil for decades. He never gave much thought to the type of oil he used. He just thought oil is oil, right? However, after learning about the dangers of highly processed seed oils and their link to chronic inflammation and heart disease, he decided to make a change. He switched to healthier alternatives like butter and extra virgin olive oil. And you know what happened? Within just a few weeks, James noticed he felt less sluggish after meals, his digestion improved, and he had more energy throughout the day. He didn't change what he ate, just how he prepared it. And that simple switch had a profound effect on his daily life. Another crucial point to consider when cooking with oil is the smoke point, or the temperature at which the oil starts to break down and release harmful compounds. Many vegetable oils have low smoke points, meaning they become unstable when exposed to high heat. This is a serious issue because when oils break down, they produce free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage cells and accelerate the aging process. If you're frequently frying your eggs at high temperatures using these oils, you might be unknowingly introducing oxidative stress into your body, and you may not even know the damage is being done until it's too late. A much better approach is to choose oils that remain stable under heat. Butter, ghee, coconut oil, and extra virgin olive oil are all excellent choices for cooking eggs. These fats not only add a rich, delicious flavor to your meals, but also provide essential nutrients that support brain health, heart function, and overall well-being. If you're looking for a lighter option, avocado oil is another fantastic choice. It has a high smoke point and a healthy balance of monounsaturated fats, which are great for maintaining heart health and keeping your body functioning at its best. The key takeaway here is that it's not just what you eat, but how you prepare it. Eggs are a fantastic source of nutrition on their own, but if they're cooked in the wrong type of oil, they can go from being a health-boosting food to something that contributes to inflammation and disease. It's the small changes that make a big difference, and something as simple as switching the cooking oil you use can have a major impact on your long-term health. By being mindful of how you prepare your meals, you can ensure that you're getting the full benefits of the eggs you enjoy without exposing yourself to unnecessary risks. So, what have we learned today? We've uncovered some crucial insights about the importance of how we cook and store eggs and how seemingly small mistakes can have a big impact on our health. Whether it's overcooking eggs, eating them raw, improperly storing them, using damaged eggs, or combining them with unhealthy oils, every detail matters when it comes to our well-being, especially as we get older. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to bring into practice in your life? Maybe you'll start checking your eggs more carefully, or perhaps you'll make a healthier choice when it comes to cooking oils. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment. Hit the like button, share it with someone who might benefit from this information, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.